Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and what you're looking at right now is not a $3.72 trillion crypto market cap. What you're looking at is an opportunity, in my opinion. I scooped up more XRP yesterday. I couldn't be more excited about. I'm actually excited about the price being down here below three bucks right now, because I'm scooping it up. I'm positioning myself to scoop even more up. I hope it stays. I need about 5 more days because I want to make a decent sized buy. Here's why, folks. When I see this right now against the backdrop of everything that's ahead of us, I'm not thinking about, oh no, the price is down. What I'm thinking about is this. That's the market cap today. This is where we're going. 4 trillion to 100 trillion. Anything below 4 trillion for me is a huge opportunity. This is where we're going through the tokenization of everything and all the other things that are coming. Market legislation, the coming of all the ETFs, the yields coming, financial products. It's all ahead of us. So yeah, stay down price. I dare you. Because, and then here's a commentary on September. How September is.
Black Widow posted this: the September worst month ever saga. This is September 2023. It's so over. And then we pump massively into the year. September 2024. It's so over. We pump massively into the year. September 2025. It's so over. Will we pump like crazy into the end of the year, or is this time going to be different? September seasonality tends to suggest that September is a weak month overall, but that Q4, October, November, December, tend to be good months. Pratik says, my PTSD makes me think every correction is the top. It's been rough, man. Worst bull run ever. It's been a tough one, that's for damn sure, guys. Retail isn't in this bull run. Yeah, not yet. And they've been mostly buying stocks, and that's understandable. Stock's been great. They're actually buying a real company. It's got something kind of fundamental value behind it, whereas like, I'm going to buy this governance token for this fucking pleb.
They're going to find out. Now, this is something that's not often talked about, but this is one of the reasons that September is not good for crypto or usually anything else. Tax extensions. U.S. taxpayers who file for an extension must pay by October 15th. Some people extend their taxes, folks. And some may sell crypto assets in September to free up cash for tax payments. This creates selling pressure, potentially leading to price dips, reduced trading enthusiasm, reduced risk appetite. People who owe significant taxes may hold off on new investments, including crypto. This can suppress demand, volume, short-term, especially among retail. So you get the picture. These are the kind of things that factor in to all this. Here's Modern Investor talking about XRP price and some others.
Craziest? No, we've had a few crazy XRP price predictions. I think the craziest one probably is like $1,000, and I say crazy under the umbrella of like, if we could pass by like $30, that'd be kind of cool. But it happens often with Bitcoin as well. For those of you who weren't here in the long ago, when Bitcoin was like $6,000, we had a lot of people being like, Bitcoin's going to 5.5 million. And you go, wow, that's a big number. You get to 100K, you go, okay. And then a million seems a little bit more believable. Then when you get to a million, 5 million seems more believable. So it's just a matter of time, I would assume. But yeah, it is quite fascinating to see the evolution of Ripple and XRP skipping hand in hand down the street as we continue to see more positive projections about these coins. The top 3, you know what they are. The most talked about coins within the market. We're kind of at the point where, as I've been saying for years, let's kind of see it happen. Like, let's do it. The projections for these coins are pretty out there. We have garnered a very large amount of news as of late about the future prices of Ethereum, in case you missed that one. Someone said by 2027, 2028, They're looking for a $25,000 to a $30,000 Ethereum. We've had a multitude of people talking about $100 XRP, but I think that sounds shinier than 32, 45, 70, like that kind. So they go kind of 100. And for Bitcoin, let's see if Kathy Wood, Novogratz, and Max Kaiser and all these other people are correct. If indeed by 2028, 2029, we do see a $1 to a $2 million Bitcoin. I feel like we're heading in that direction, but it's more of a, we got to move in that direction first to see if it actually happens. Just logic.
Got an interesting times ahead. Now, I keep telling you, yes, Wall Street's going to play games. Nate Garachi says, shocked, I tell you. Unusual trading ahead of crypto treasury deals draws scrutiny. SEC FINRA reach out to companies whose shares move sharply before they announce plans to buy Bitcoin and other digital assets. There's going to be a lot of this, just like a lot of crypto market manipulation by these Wall Street guys. It's been going on from the beginning. I believe you got a lot of manipulation going on now, but I thank them for it because I'm scooping up more XRP. Now, I've been talking about, we've seen all the yield platforms roll out, and I've been, I just want people to think about the risks and everything before they do anything. So I got this from ChatGPT. General risk yield thresholds. Typical risk level, 0 to 5% low risk bank accounts, treasuries, investment grade bonds. 6 to 8% moderate risk, high grade corporate bonds, dividend stocks. 9 to 12% high risk junk bonds, emerging markets, REITs. 12 to 20% speculative, potentially fraudulent. These are the red flags to look for. Guaranteed high yields, no such thing as above 8 to 10%. Lack of transparency, no clear explanation of how returns are generated. That's a big one. That's what I want to know on all these things. How are you generating the returns and what are my risks? Consistency, real returns vary. Fraud stays smooth. That's a good point too. Pressure to act quickly. FOMO is a classic tactic. If you're seeing FOMO, red flag. Unregistered products outside of regulatory oversight. Then this was the original tweet I put out. In some of the current offering, we've seen 8 to 10% on XRP. I'll trade 3 to 5. This is true. I'll give you 3 to 5% of that return. I'll take 4 to 5% return on my XRP if you can give me an insurance policy from like a Lloyd's of London guaranteeing I'm not going to lose my XRP. I'm willing to give it away. That's how I look at this. Look at this. These are different yields that were promised that didn't work out. This is a good way for you to spot red flags because I'm not saying any of the companies that have come out with XRP yield are doing anything wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you're going to see a lot of things coming out, and you're going to feel in your gut, and there's probably some things that are out too. You're going to feel in your gut something's not right. Well, these are some of the things to look for. Charles Ponzi, he was promising 50% yields. Bernie Madoff was doing 10 to 12% consistently, which statistically is BS. .com bubble, 20% expected return. Subprime, 8 to 15% on AAA rated. Crypto lending, 12 to 20%. Celsius anchor. Private lending scams, 15 to 20% or more. Just keep your eyes open is all I'm saying. But I wanted to say this. This guy is talking about what he's doing. I'm just testing it out with minimal XRP, get used to how things work. I'm also curious about how big institutions like Uphold will work with Flare to generate yield for XRP holders. I think everybody, including myself, and I'll do this too, should take a tiny amount of their XRP and test all these things. Flare, you got Flare, and you got Axelar. I think we saw Onyx the other day. You got a lot of them. I think everybody should go and test out these yield platforms. Find out for yourself. All I'm telling people is be careful about going and committing your XRP to anything. It's not about any of those companies, just anything. Okay, Stuart Alderati was sitting right beside a BlackRock guy having this conversation.
I mean, Ripple, obviously, in the stablecoin space. Tell us what your thoughts are on stablecoin and.
Yeah, so Ripple launched a stablecoin this year, RLUSD. We did it through a state-chartered trust company in New York. We think we'd also be compliant with the Genius Act. We also have a national bank trust charter pending with the OCC. So I agree, stablecoin issuers' core principles of transparency, auditability, and reserves. And the Genius Act creates those prongs. I think what we need is, again, very principled base. I think ultimately trust wins and confidence wins in the marketplace. Where we don't need to go, and I didn't hear you say this, is you only have to be a bank to issue a stablecoin. You can't be a trust company. You can't be
Caitlin Long's going to be mad listening to this.
a state-chartered trust company, or you can't have a state license otherwise. Again, principle base. If you have those core principles of reserves, transparency, auditability, redeemability, it's licensed, it's supervised. Stablecoins is satisfying, I think, a customer need. I think, again, we talked about this a little bit in the green room. Why did traditional finance or even decentralized finance create these products? We don't create them as a thought exercise. We create them because there is a customer need, and guess what? We can make a little money doing it, right?
Sometimes they're thought exercises. They don't often work.
Yeah,
but
they don't often work. But I think there's a real need, and I think stable coins are showing the way that traditional finance can adopt blockchain technology and use it to satisfy a customer need. We're seeing that with the BlackRock BUIDL platform.
That's right, and he looks right at the BlackRock guy. Now, I've got a lot more on BlackRock, Stuart Alderati, and all this, and when we go in the group, we're going to show you a lot of that. But also, we talk about conspiracy things. There's things that I cannot talk about out here, and that's what we're going to do today. I mean, I cannot talk about this out here. And they always tag things as conspiracy, but in every conspiracy there are certain facts that prove that, and all you have to do is pull the thread on one of those facts, and it could unravel the thing and expose it as not being a conspiracy but being the truth. One of the biggest ones that's ever happened in this country. We're starting to see flashes of what those threads are that you can pull. I'm going to show you one of them. This is factual stuff, and it could lead to all kinds of answers in one of these things. And I'm going to show it to you. So we're going to talk about that. If you want to join, go to daixrp.com. That's the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click join below any of these videos. If you'd rather join through X, hit subscribe. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.